Welcome again to my channel with me, Oka Pribawa. And in this session, we are going to talk about how we describe a personality of someone by using adjectives in English. We are going to learn lots of adjectives today. So the very common questions that we probably hear when somebody is asking us to talk about somebody's personality is these questions. What is she like? Or what is he like? Right? Unlike the earlier or the previous video that I made, when somebody is talking about the appearance, they usually use the word look like. But for personality, usually they say that just like. Right? And then we use to be, not auxiliary does. And I divide the two categories of adjectives today as positive words and negative words. And I've been thinking of the adjectives that usually Indonesians like to use, and I believe that it represents it. So these words really represents what Indonesians people usually use when they are talking about somebody and whenever they are describing someone's personality. So the first adjective that I'm going to introduce today is hardworking, and it is just the opposite of lazy. And hardworking means that the people who loves working, okay, love to spend their time by doing anything that relates to work. Lazy, on the other hand, is somebody who doesn't really want to do anything. Okay? And then we have also the word intelligent, and the opposite is unintelligent. Intelligent means smart, right? And we have also the word honest, and the opposite is dishonest. Well, honest means that always tells the truth, and dishonest is just the opposite one. And then we have also the word generous. Generous means somebody who doesn't really mind sharing anything they have, including the money. Right? Stingy is just the opposite of generous. We use this a lot whenever we are referring to the money, actually. We say that somebody is stingy because they just want to keep the money and then never want to share with anybody. That's what we call stingy. And we have the words confident, or sometimes we use also the word self-confident. And the opposite is shy. When you are shy, you doesn't want to, mingle with a lot of people. Okay, and sometimes you are reluctant to express your own opinion or your feelings that we call very shy. And we have also the word kind here, and then the opposite is kind. Sorry, unkind. I believe that you understand this word. And we have also, I think, a very good word, broad-minded and narrow-minded. Broad-minded means that those who can accept somebody's opinion, they don't really think that whatever they know about something is the ultimate truth. They are ready to accept something new. Narrow-minded is just the opposite of that one. Okay, and then we have also the word polite and impolite. Okay, polite is quite typical of Indonesian people. Most of Indonesian people are very polite, and the negative form is impolite. Polite means shows respect to others. And then this is also the word that we use a lot, I think, in our daily life, talkative. Talkative means that the people who loves to talk with others. Quiet is just the opposite of talkative. And we have the word friendly also. Again, this word is really typical thing of Indonesian, which is we usually use the word friendly for people who like greet all the time, okay, and give a lot of smiles to others. That's why we call friendly. And then the opposite is unfriendly. And this is also quite good word, I think. Competent and incompetent. Right? Competent means that when somebody's there, whenever we give a work to somebody, to this person, all right, to the competent persons, he really knows or she really knows what to do, and he knows what he is doing, and then he knows how to solve problems whenever they have problems in accomplishing their jobs. And then we have also the word decisive, and the opposite is indecisive. Decisive means that the person who can like make decisions easily, all right, and not everybody has this ability actually. And then the opposite is indecisive. We have also the word considerate. When I wrote down this word, I remember people who come from Java Island. They are quite considerate. Considerate means, uh, whenever you are considerate, you don't want to hurt somebody's feeling by using your words or your behavior. So they always think or they always consider before doing something or acting something because they don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. And then inconsiderate is just the opposite of this type of person. They don't care, right, with others' feeling. And then the last words that I need to introduce today is that the word ambitious, and then the opposite is unambitious. So ambitious means that the people who are willing to achieve, to reach or to achieve any of his goals in his life or her life. That's what we call ambitious. And then the opposite is unambitious. If you really notice, in making negative words, I use this a lot. Right? So we call them prefix. So like in, this, and an. So basically, they all mean not. Right? So prefix means that a group of letters that you put at the beginning of certain words and usually create certain meanings. So one thing that you have to remember when you see this, the words which is started by either one of them, okay, any of them, they are highly likely mean not. Though not always. Right? Again, I remind you, not always, because English always has exception. All right, and when we are like describing one's personality, they usually don't only have one personality, right? Sometimes you are mentioning two things at the same time, and then how do we do that? We use what we call conjunction, and the first conjunctions that we usually use is that and thing that you have to notice is that when you use and, the two words that you are combining should be equal. Equal means that what I mean by saying equal in this case is that if the first word has positive connotation, then the second word needs also to have the same connotation or has also positive connotation. Just the same as when it is negative, then the second word should be negative. This is the example. She is hardworking and honest. So hardworking and honest are both words that have very positive connotations. So using conjunction and here really makes sense. Or the second one, he is lazy and narrow-minded. Lazy and narrow-minded are both negative words. So the word and there is really appropriate when you are trying to combine those words. Or you can also use not only and but also as just the same as and. Yeah, the function is very much the same. These phrases just like combining, the two words that have the same connotations of words, positive and positive, negative and negative. For example, she is not only kind but also smart. All right, so the word kind and smart both have the same connotation. Or you may say he is not only stingy but also demanding. So the word stingy and demanding are both have negative connotation. If you don't know the word demanding means somebody who asks you a lot, who always, asking and asking all the time. That's what they call the word demanding. Usually our boss is demanding, right? Not me, or maybe your wife, but not my wife. Okay. And sometimes when you are combining two contrast personalities, we use the word but. All right. For example, she is friendly but dishonest. Unlike Anne, but is just the opposite of Anne. You can combine the two words if they have like contrast connotations of words. You cannot, for example, use positive and positive together and then combining them with the word but. It doesn't make any sense. They are supposed to be contrast. For example, she is friendly but dishonest. Or you may say he is lazy but intelligent. So lazy and intelligent are both like contrast each other. Or you may also use the word even though or although. You don't have to worry about the differences, okay? They are just the same. They exactly have the same meaning. You can they are just interchangeable. Interchangeable means that they can replace each other. And again, just like but, it can only be used whenever you are combining the two ideas which are contrast. For example, positive and negative, or negative and positive. Here are the examples. I wrote down two examples there. Even though she is intelligent, she is not helpful. Or you may say she is not helpful even though or although she is intelligent. Okay? And you can put actually even though at the beginning of the sentence like the first example, or you can put it in the middle of the sentence like the second example. Thank you very much for watching. Okay, I hope this is helpful for you. Okay, and see you again in the next video.